Hello and welcome back to another vlog. I am super excited for this one. As always, I just woke up and I'm already filming because I'm just that excited. So welcome back if you're new. I'm Annie. I'm a crochet pattern designer. I share all sorts of different crochet related topics here on my channel. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. But I really want to show you some of the things I've been working on over the past 48-ish hours because I'm obsessed with them. So let me put my coffee down. So I'm just gonna show you chronologically, but the first one is this adorable cheeseburger. I've seen this pattern from Curious Papaya, or Amy as you might also know her, and I have just been meaning to make this forever, and I finally did, and this is such a great pattern, so I definitely recommend checking it out. I'll have a link for it in the description, but it's also no-sew, which we love, so if I do a market, I plan on having some of these because they're super quick to make, and I mean, just look at how adorable this is. She also has a hot dog pattern, so can you imagine like having some hot dogs and cheeseburgers in the summer? So cute. I'm obsessed. He's also so squishy, which I just love. I just keep squeezing him like this in his little face. He's so cute. So next, I actually made this loaf cat for a video over on TikTok and Instagram where my husband actually gave me the idea to look up the cats in our local shelter and crochet a loaf cat based on that. And I feel like it'll be a really fun series to continue over there just to spread awareness for animals in the shelter, but also to come up with some unique looking loaf cats. So this is the one that I made in those videos, and his name is actually Fig. He's a little kitten in our local shelter, and I really hope he gets adopted soon. I'm sure he will because he's the cutest thing ever. I'll put a picture of him right here. But he's a little orange cat, and so I tried to get his little mask right on his face, and I opted for the little stripes to kind of give him that orangey look, and he had little white feet, so we had to do that, of course. I'll put a link to the TikTok and reel that I made in the description if you want to check it out because I had so much fun making this, and I'm really excited to continue this series in the future. So last but not least, this is what I worked on pretty much all day yesterday. This is the little elephant and mammoth pattern by Crochet Grove. I actually was so honored to be able to test this, but while I was testing this pattern, Allison from Wonder Crochet actually made a fluffy elephant, and that is what inspired me to make a fluffy one of these. I'm always so intimidated by fluffy yarn, but it actually was a lot easier than I expected. But I ran out of yarn. I ran out of this brown yarn here once I got to the ears, and so I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? But then I remembered they have Parfait Chunky in the exact same color, so I just decided to use that, and I feel like it's not super noticeable, but I do still need to add the tusks and the tail. So he's basically done, but you know. I really want to try to start using fluffy yarn more because I just feel like it's such a unique look. Like it almost doesn't even look crocheted. And my sister Olivia, she doesn't crochet or anything, but she was telling me she really likes the way this looks. So in honor of her, I think we might have to start doing it a little bit more. So that's pretty much all the crochet updates I had to share with you right now. But I do want to show you my garden because my husband and I recently just put together a garden. It's nothing too serious. It's more just for fun. Like we didn't do a ton of research just because we're impulsive. We kind of wanted to just get started, but I want to show it to you really quick because I'm having way too much fun with it. Okay, there's some annoying background noise out here as usual, but here's an overview of our little garden. We haven't put anything right here. I don't really know what I'm gonna put there, maybe some more herbs, but we got this garden bed from Costco and it was pretty affordable and super easy to assemble. Like you don't have to drill anything, it just all kind of slides into place, and that's why I liked it, is so that when we move it'll just come apart really easily. Sorry, that noise is like super annoying in the background, but we have cilantro, basil, I think this is a pepper, I'm not sure. Ryan planted this, but then we have strawberries, which I'm like the most excited about. This one has gotten so red just in the past few days. I want to eat it, but I think it needs some more time. There's another strawberry right here too, but he needs some more time definitely. And then this is the tomato plant, and this might sound silly, but the reason why I want a tomato plant is not for the tomatoes. It's because when I was a kid, we used to get these really funny little caterpillars all over our tomato plants, and I literally just want to see the caterpillars again because I think you guys know I've recently just been kind of obsessed with bugs. Yeah, we don't even have any tomatoes growing or anything yet, but these caterpillars are so cool. So when I find one, I will definitely show it to you, but it looks like we don't have any yet, so fingers crossed that they come soon. And it's also self-watering, and it's fun because our couch is right there, so I just get to watch it in the morning and all the animals just sit and stare at it. So this is what it looks like right out of our window, and Remy has his little hammock right here, so he just watches over the garden all day. It's the cutest thing ever. I'm obsessed with it. I'm currently using a cat tree as a tripod right now, so hopefully this is working, but I wanted to show you because I got my nails done at a salon for the first time since my wedding, which was over 2 years ago, and I'm really excited about it. I got this lilac purple color that I'm just obsessed with, and if you don't know, I also do gel nails at home, which I do like doing, but this was just so nice. Like, I forgot how nice it is to go to a nail salon every now and then. It was seriously just what I needed, and they also do nails so much faster than I do. Like, when I do my own gel nails, I swear it takes like an hour and a half, and I was in and out of there in like 35 minutes. So hopefully I'll start going and doing that more soon, but I'm just obsessed with them. I know it's probably like the most boring thing ever, but I love my nails. So it's been a few hours and I have managed to clean my entire house, which is always so nice because lately I just have not been feeling like cleaning my house. And with 3 animals, you know, you kind of need to be vacuuming like every day. So I got all caught up in that, all caught up in the dishes and everything, and now I feel like I can just focus on crochet and take a deep breath, and it was just very needed. So I'm really glad that's out of the way. But I've been meaning to attach this head to my water bear for like 4 or 5 days at this point, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now because Remy loves to steal this thing and he keeps trying to get a hold of this head, and I don't want him to do that, obviously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attach it right now. It has these super cute safety eyes that match the color almost perfectly, so I'll link the shop that I get my safety eyes from below. She makes such beautiful safety eyes. I absolutely love them. I got the matching eyes and the matching little tapestry needle right now, but I'm popping back on because when I was cleaning, I had a little bit of inspiration, and you know, just with the temperatures warming up and summertime coming, I just want to release a couple more free patterns in the next few months, and I had the idea to make a really cute little snow cone. So that's something I plan on making with you in this vlog. I haven't gotten started on it, but I don't think it should take me very long because it's literally just going to be a little cone with a ball on top, and my plan is to have a bunch of different colored stripes going around the top like a normal snow cone would, and then the base be white, and then releasing it as a free pattern sometime in the next week or 2. I think it would be a really fun project to make for markets, and I plan on making it not huge, like a pretty good size, I guess. Usually when I have a pretty good idea of how I want to work something like that up, it doesn't take me very long at all, so that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I haven't started on it yet though, because at the moment I am a little scatterbrained and kind of busy, honestly, but I'm sure we're gonna get to that either tonight or tomorrow, just because you know me, I get way too excited about things like this. His head isn't even attached yet and I'm already obsessed with him. I just love these little water bears. I think they're so funny. It takes me so long to sew on the head for some reason because I'm just so paranoid that I'm gonna do it crooked or something. Okay, I just finished sewing it. I seriously love this thing. This is my water bear pattern, or tardigrade as they're also known. This will be coming out at the beginning of July, so if you haven't seen him yet, here he is. I think he's pretty cute. And I just love these safety eyes. I feel like they match so perfectly. I really hope you love this pattern too if you do get the chance to try it. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fun. It's a little different, but I love that. So I can't decide if I should start on the snow cone tonight. I kind of feel like maybe I should tomorrow because it's already like 5 o'clock and I need to start making dinner. But maybe we can just start by picking out the color palette because I'm just a little too excited. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm very torn on the snow cone colors, okay? Because traditional snow cones I feel like are kind of like a red, green, yellow, blue sort of color scheme, and I know a lot of them are like rainbow too, and I'm sure I will do a rainbow one, but I don't know. This is the red and the yellow, and I was thinking green and blue, but something about this just, I don't know. On camera I feel like it looks okay, but in person I feel like the green kind of throws it off a little bit. So then I was playing around with the idea of this, then I feel like this green is even more thrown off. I don't know, maybe I just do an entire rainbow. Maybe I do just make the snow cone a rainbow. It's also Pride Month, so I feel like it's extra fitting. I don't know. I'm very torn, but I'm just gonna have to get back to you on this. Okay, good morning. It's the next day, and I think around 10 p.m. last night, I had a second wind, which always happens to me for some reason, and it's so inconvenient. I don't know why it always happens to me. I'm just kind of a night owl, I guess. But I did get started on the snow cone, and this is as far as I got. I think I like this for the base, but my plan is to keep working on this today and see if I can just finish up the first draft of this pattern. You can see my little lineup of colors behind me. This is actually what I plan on using for the top of this snow cone, and then I plan on making a rainbow one, but we just have to see. We just gotta see. So I think I finally figured out how I want the snow cone to look. Basically, last night I could not figure out what I was doing wrong with this. And then I realized that it was because I was trying to make this snow cone almost like a ball on top of the cone. But when you think about it, it's like if you have a bunch of snow cone in your cup or whatever, right? It's not gonna be like round right here. It's gonna kind of go straight up and then it's just gonna, you know, it's almost like half a ball, if that makes sense. So I think I figured it out. And yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm just doing these like pastel colors, and I'm sure I'll do another one here in a minute, but this is kind of more what it's looking like. It's always funny how, you know, I thought this was going to be just like super easy and straightforward, and it wasn't. You truly never know with pattern designing like how it's gonna go, you know? Sometimes a shape that you think is going to be super easy is just not at all how you picture it. But the good news is that we have it figured out, and I'm very excited for it. My plan is to add a cute little face to it too. Okay, I'm freaking out. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I am obsessed with this. I think this has to be my new favorite free pattern that I've made, just because I think the color combinations are endless. Look at how cute this is. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I am obsessed with this. I think this is so fun, and it just turned out exactly how I was envisioning in my head when I was cleaning the house yesterday. I'm gonna have a tester call over on Patreon today, and this pattern should be released by the time you're watching this video. So if you do want to make a snow cone, make sure to check out the description of this video because it will be for free down there on my blog. So yay! Come here, you can come sit on my lap. He's upset about the fire alarm. This is Bush. He thinks he's a lap dog. He's literally like 50 pounds. What are you doing? He's trying to get on my desk. Well, this is not how I was expecting to start the vlog back up this morning. He's such a big baby. The fire alarm went off a second ago, not even in my unit, like in somebody else's unit, and he's very upset by it. He just needs a little moment on my lap, and then we're just gonna go back to normal. Oh boy. Oh god, now Remy's here. I think he also thinks he's a cat. Like he always wants to be up here because Remy is. Okay, it's time for you to go down. Okay, good boy. Well, good morning. It's the next day. I just barely woke up, so I'm still like groggy and a mess and trying to get caffeinated. But I do have a couple things to share with you. So first off, the snow cone pattern test is underway and going well so far. I've already seen a couple snow cones, which is very fun. I also made another snow cone last night. It's sort of like a little pride inspired snow cone. I think I mentioned I wanted to do some different pride flags for the snow cones because I feel like a lot of them would work so well as snow cones. Like I feel like the bisexual flag, like if that was a snow cone, I would eat it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. So I did that. I also want to make a few more pastel ones, and I don't know, there's just so many different options that I'm just having a lot of fun. I feel like you could also make this into a little ice cream cone. But another thing that's pretty exciting is my tech editor is actually having me do sort of like an interview blog post over on her website. And I have never been asked like personal questions about my business, and I'm just looking over the list of some of these. And truly, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I feel like I'm so bad about answering questions about myself. Like, usually I've always been on the opposite end. Like when I'm doing a podcast or something, like I'm asking the other person questions. So I'm gonna read one of these to you, and I'm curious. Let me know in the comments what your answer would be. But right now, I have no idea what mine would be. If you could have a craft party, what 3 people, living, dead, real, or fictional, would you invite? Truly, I have no idea. Like, that is so many people. I'm so bad about being put on the spot like this, but thankfully it's like a written blog post, so I'm gonna have time to think it out. But yeah, there are so many questions and a lot of them are really good and I'm very excited to answer. So I'll definitely put that blog post linked in the description of this video when it does come out if you are curious to see it. But that's my plan for this morning. I'm gonna start working on that. I'm probably gonna start editing the vlog that you're watching right now. And I honestly have kind of a guilty obsession lately. As you know, I love playing The Sims 4. It's like my favorite way to just chill out and take a break. So basically, anytime I feel like I need a little self-care moment, I buy another Sims expansion pack, which basically gives you like a bunch of new gameplay in The Sims if you don't know. And the problem with that is that there's so much new gameplay that I can't put it down. And so right now my brain is just only thinking about The Sims. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I don't know why I am this way, but I am. So that also reminds me, I have something else to share with you. So I just recently got a TikTok. The first time I ever like had a TikTok was for Hooks and Healers, like the first time I ever really used the app. And I want to say I started it about 2 months ago or so. And Let's just say I discovered the world of TikTok lives, and I feel like it's so dangerous because they'll just pop up in the middle of your feed, and for whatever reason I just get sucked into them. And so about a week ago I had like the most random live pop up on my TikTok. It's basically this really nice lady who does like wax warmers, like fragrance for your house, but they're little sprinkles, and she like mixes them up and makes different like concoctions and stuff. And for whatever reason I was just sucked into this live, and she goes live like every day of the week almost. And so it has become like such a bad habit where every night I'm watching this lady's live, like I'm cooking dinner and I'm like looking at this live. But she does this thing where it's like trivia or whatever. And so I was just like, okay, just for fun, I'm gonna answer the trivia question. I got it right. So she sent me a bunch of different fragrances and stuff. And so now I'm just like completely sucked into this whole thing. And yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with it. So that's like another thing. I'm basically just like exposing my ADHD. Like I was literally meaning to do something else, and then I got sucked into this TikTok live and I spent the next like 6 hours there. So yeah, that's just who you're dealing with, I guess. Okay, so last night I filmed a video. It's going to be coming out a few days after this one. It's going to be a bonus video this week, and I'll give you a hint. It was about sort of like a pattern roundup, and basically I was filming that video and going through the patterns, and there was just one that I had to make literally immediately. So I just finished making this. Is this not the cutest little corn that you've ever seen? It seriously looks like a little newborn baby, and the little husk, maybe it's a husk, I don't know. But I am seriously just so in love with how this little corn turned out. So this is a free pattern, and it's also a no-sew pattern. I'll just give you a little spoiler here, but the video that's coming out later this week is just gonna be a combination sort of my last 2 pattern roundups. It's gonna be no-sew and free pattern, since you guys seem to really like that. So that's exactly what this is. I had to make him immediately. I have no regrets. I think he's so cute, and I was saying a second ago, or I was about to say, I'm gonna have a very hard time parting with this guy. I'm currently working on getting ready for a really big drop of a bunch of plushies over on my Etsy shop, and I have a feeling he's gonna be in the drop. Even though he's so cute, I think I need to make another one for myself. But I really think that the safety eyes make him look even that much more special. This is what they look like. Lately, I've just been having a lot of fun matching the color of the safety eye to the actual plushie. So that's exactly what I did, and I love the way it looks. And again, this is the same safety eye artist or creator that I have been using for a while now. I really love her eyes. She also just sent me the sweetest message last night about how she watches my videos and would love to see me talk about the safety eyes. So hi, Lori, if you're watching, I love you. You're seriously the best. So that's my corn. I just had to share him with you because what do I even do with this? I can't give this away. It's too cute. I've mentioned before that I used to live in Illinois and how our backyard was literally a cornfield, and it just reminds me of that too. It makes me want to go back to Illinois. Hopefully we get to move back there at some point. That might surprise you, but I'm actually very excited to move back to the Midwest. I currently live in California, but we'll see. We'll see. I just want to be a Midwest princess again. And before I wrap up this week's vlog, I just want to remind you that my no-sew snow cone, try saying that 10 times fast, honestly. The no-sew snow cone is available now on my website. This is a free pattern, and I had so much fun designing this here with you in this vlog, and I just absolutely love how this turned out. I'm already envisioning another snow cone where I do like a pink lemonade, like some different shades of pink and yellow. There's just so many combinations. They're really endless. So if you're interested in making this pattern for yourself, make sure to check the link in my description. I will have the pattern linked down there for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I always have so much fun filming these videos and showing you all the fun crochet things and life things that are going on. I really appreciate you watching until the end of this video. It's hard for me to explain how grateful I am that you are even interested in watching my content, so I really, really, truly mean it when I say thank you so much. If you enjoy the content that I make here on my channel, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you didn't already know, I'm gonna start uploading a little bit more frequently. Currently, I'm uploading every Monday, but I'm gonna start to do twice a week whenever I can. So there's lots of fun stuff in store around here. But with all of that being said, I will see you very soon. Bye!